Hello everyone and welcome to Noodle Journey, your destination for detailed and informative reviews of the instant noodle universe. And today, for the first review of 2025, we're kicking things off with some spice. This is a pretty elusive flavor from Samyang with their Buldak Basil Cream Udon. Before we get into this review, please remember to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy this content. Now this flavor is not one of the easier ones to find, unfortunately, to the point where I think it may have been discontinued very shortly after I bought it. But if you watch this review and decide you want to try it out for yourself, poke around on eBay or similar sites to see if you can find it. And there's always a chance that Samyang will bring this back, so that's why we want to have a review on the books, right? As for what to say about this, I think the name Basil Cream Udon is pretty self-explanatory. We've got thick udon noodles in here and a super spicy cream sauce with basil flavor. So maybe this will be like a spicy pesto sauce, maybe a little more Thai basil influence. We'll see. This is pretty unique in the Buldak product line because it's currently the only udon style noodle and it is only available in this bowl form. So let's get right into the ingredients here. The sodium is a pretty reasonable 1150 milligrams. So that's not bad at all for those of you who are watching your salt intake. And inside the bowl, we've got a pouch of shelf-stable udon noodles, a liquid sauce packet, and a powder packet. Now the ingredients on this are not easy to translate due to the curvature of the bowl here. What I was able to gather is that the sauce appears to be your standard Buldak flavors, including actual chicken extract, if Google Translate is correct. These are not vegetarian, as far as I can tell, which makes sense because these are made for sale in South Korea, so there is no exporting of meat to other countries to worry about. And the powder here appears to be cream, cheese, basil, and some other seasonings. So to cook this, we're going to put the noodles in the bowl, add the liquid sauce, add hot water to the fill line, which is pretty low on the inside here, and we're going to microwave these for 2.5 to 3 minutes. Then the powder goes in at the very end. All right, so let's start assembling because there's a couple of things I do want to talk about here. And the main one is the smell of the udon noodles. They do have a kind of fresh wheat smell to them, but they also have a preservative smell, which the back of the container says is nothing to worry about. It's going to get cooked off, thankfully. It's pretty much the same thing as in the Buldak glass noodles. There's a very sharp type of aroma that gets you the second you open the pouch. Not a big deal. Okay, and now the sauce. All right, that smells to me like basic standard Buldak sauce. I don't think there's anything particularly special about this that I detected compared to the Buldak sauce you get in many of the other flavors. But you know what, since I could be wrong, let's have a little taste. Yeah, pretty standard tasting Buldak, but yeah, there might be a hint of some other herbs in there. I do believe that the bulk of the basil flavor is going to come from this packet. But for now, let me add some hot water to this. I'll throw it in the microwave and I'll be right back. Okay, and here it is right out of the microwave, and you can see it's kind of a watery mess right now. So we're going to add this powder, and that's hopefully going to turn this into something much closer to a sauce. All right, so cheesy basil smell right there, almost like Parmesan cheese with basil flakes in it. And that does remind me of a pesto sauce. All right, let's get this all mixed up. All right, so the powder did its job. It got this into a much thicker consistency. Not exactly the prettiest Buldak presentation I've ever seen. That is kind of a sickly combination of green and orange right there. But I gotta say, it does smell pretty good. Cheese and basil, you know, good combination. Let's see how this tastes. Okay, Noodle score first. These are pretty nice udon noodles. I kind of wish that these showed up in other products because they turned out pretty good, and in the microwave no less. They have a nice thick gauge, a good supple chew. They're soft on the outside, chewy on the inside. I am very puzzled why I haven't seen these in other products from Samyang, but they're really good. 9 out of 10 for the noodles. So let's talk spice level. This is unmistakably Buldak, and the sauce on its own, when I licked it off my fingers, was pretty hot. Like, as hot as the original flavor, which I gave an 8 out of 10. After adding the cream in, this feels significantly less spicy to me. Maybe in the realm of the original carbonara flavor, I think. So I think this is appropriate to score at a 7 out of 10 for spiciness. That powdered cream and cheese is working overtime to make this less spicy on your palate. And as for what this tastes like, yeah, I was close. Very akin to a Korean take on pesto sauce. It's a really interesting flavor. There's basil, sweet cream. So like right off the bat, you get all that flavor from the Buldak sauce itself, along with the spice hit. That sweet, umami, chili aspect. And then on the back end, this basil, sweet cream, kind of nutty cheesiness hits you. And it's really unique. I don't think I've had anything quite like this before. But yeah, really, imagine that you mixed Buldak sauce with like a pesto sauce, and this is what you've got. The consistency thickened up really nicely, and I think it's worth saying, basil is not my like favorite flavor. Too much basil can ruin something for me. There are certain jarred pasta sauces with way too much basil in them. I was afraid that was going to be the case here, that it was going to be a very overpowering flavor, way too far into that kind of sweet licorice realm. But no, it's like really well balanced here. I'm really struggling to find anything negative to say about this. Maybe the portion size. You can see it's not really a whole lot of noodles in here. But other than that, totally unique flavor, a wonderful combination of flavors. I'm going to give this a 9.5 out of 10. I'm really, really happy with this. All right, that's it for the first review of the year, and it was quite an experience. I know there are those of you out there who are hunting down every Buldak flavor in existence, so no matter how I scored these, you were going to look for them anyway. For everyone else, if you like super spicy noodles, if you like pesto sauce, basil flavor, and Buldak sauce, this is a really interesting combination of flavors that I won't say you should go to extraordinary lengths to look for, but if you do happen to come across these, they're worth a buy. It's not, spend a shitload of money on eBay good, but it is really good. So with all that said, I really hope that these udon noodles turn up in other products someday, unless they already have and I just haven't seen them. This is too niche a flavor to waste such good noodles on. So let me know in the comments if you've tried this one and what you think. And as always, I hope you'll join me here next time on Noodle Journey.